Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back, I'd love it if you stayed and subscribed. Pardon me. I've decided to do the second half of that lorry video because she seemed to be on a roll, and I dare say she's going to be even more obnoxious as the video goes on. Firstly, I wanted to show you this channel. It's now called RIP Sweet Bella, but it was AZ Hag that Lardy was referring to in the last part of the video. So there's some wonderful clips and short videos on here that she made, and then she just couldn't do it anymore after Bella was put down. It really got to her, and she hasn't made another video since, which it just shows how other people were affected by the death of that dog, but Lardy didn't seem to give a fuck. So there's loads of stuff on here if you want a good giggle when you're bored. I'll put the link in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments. And in the first half, I've pinned Angela's comment to the top. Angela was who she was talking about in that part of the video. So if you want to chat to Angela about what happened, feel free to. And you should see her at the top of the page. Right, so I think this is where I left off. It was just after she showed Bella and told someone to fuck off. So, oh, and another thing, see, Lardy? One of these thumbs down is me, obviously, because it's lit. But look, 167. So that means 166 other people, apart from me, didn't like this video. Does that show you that it isn't like the 20 women at the bakery that don't like you? Lots of people don't like you. Let's stop that noise. Because you're a prat. You think it's just us. It's not. Anywho, shall we? Hang on, I want to put it back down there so you can see the chat. I hope you can see the chat at home. Let me know, because if you can't, then I'll not bother doing them on YouTube. I'll just do it on that other site so she doesn't get a view. But I do it on here when there's chat so that people can see the chat as well and see the morons in the side chat. Anyway, let's get going.
Get off the baby. Hi, Deidre. Oh, she retracted. She's going to get blocked. I'm going to go back at the end and block her.
Shout at fucking pom-pom, get off the baby. Really? Like it's a real baby. Who's the baby in the household? Used to be pom-pom. Obviously not anymore.
Oh, you're really smart, Peggy Sue. Okay, Deidre and Nat and anyone else, Sandy, I'm asking for money because I'm going to do this every single live. $1, please, $1. $1 a burp. It makes them crazy, and it's the only way that we can get back at them because it kills them. Good.
No, it doesn't. We couldn't give a fuck. The only people that are going to end up feeling fucking stupid are those that have given you money for nothing, because eventually the penny will drop. That's if they've got any pennies left to fucking drop.
You are giving me engagement, and when I hide you and you still write, you're still giving me engagement. $1 a burp. So she sent me this amazing doll, and now I definitely, this doll is amazing.
What were you gonna say? Oh, and now I definitely know that Lucy was shit. That you were given for free by someone out the goodness of their heart. And they still fucking follow you on Instagram. Brain dead.
She has painted hair and a little bit of rooted hair. She has a soft spot. She's full arms, full legs. Thank you, Marsha Hacker. See, 99 cents. She is a preemie. Rooted eyelashes. I wish you could see closer. She looks, in camera, she looks very furrowed. But in real life, oh my God, like, I hold her all the time and talk to her and kiss her. She's just gorgeous. Sometimes I call her Burke. He would be really mad. He's like,
wow. Does that not show how mentally ill she is? She still has Burke. It's not like she's replacing him. Not replacing, that's the wrong word. Please don't get upset with me. It's not like, oh, how do I say this without sounding like a twat? Angela bought a doll, not to replace Hadriel, but to keep his memory alive, to have someone to hold when she talks to him, that type of thing. And she's calling this doll Burke and her son still alive and walking around. You're warped, laddie. Fucking warped.
Please promise me not to be one of those women that take the babies out. Like, it's like, yeah, whatever. I might turn into, I don't want to say her name yet. Oh my God, she is so gorgeous. This woman does fantastic work. She has like texture to her skin, her arms. Wait till you see the foot. Wait until you see the foot. Look at, here's the little prick from, well, it does begin with an L. Little Lori. I named her Little Lori.
Of course you did.
We don't do that in the Jewish religion. Thank you, Sandy.
You don't do what in the Jewish religion? Is that one thing you're sticking to? Not naming a child after the mother? What else do you do that's part of the Jewish religion? Nothing. Because you're not fucking Jewish. You're only Jewish when it suits.
I'm still looking for the little gold thing. Thank you so much. Okay, she has, see, it's driving her crazy, you guys. Just do it. Seriously, just $1. Stop giving her money. Look at the little prick. Peggy, you're a prick. This is one of your own. Look at the foot. Look at the wrinkles. Then do something. Get a YouTube channel. Do something. Give me the money. These are, so they're stuffed with,
Why does she think doing something involves getting a YouTube channel? You've got a YouTube channel because you're a sad fuck that lives alone and has no one to talk to. I have a YouTube channel because I was stuck in a room and had nothing to do, so I thought I'd help other people with fibro. But then it got to the point where I'd said absolutely everything there was to say about having fibro. Having a YouTube channel doesn't mean fuck all. Doesn't make you anybody. Get a YouTube channel. They're on the Gossip Bakery and they don't earn anything. We don't want to earn anything. We're having a fucking conversation. We're not like you.
fine, very fine, fine. Thank you, Lori Blessner. I love my Loris. I love my Loris. I love my space. Let me on panel. I don't have a panel. I will never have a panel. That's not this. I'm not going to cam up. I've always been in front of the camera.
Yeah, you won't have a panel because you don't want to share the screen with anybody, do you? God forbid you'd actually have to stop talking and listen to somebody else. That'd never happen, would it?
Peggy Sue, do this. Do this for me. Do this. Put your thumb out like that. And put this out like an L. And then do this really slow.
It's called your index finger. Put this out. Who are you to talk? You can't even figure out what days of the week go in order.
Okay? Do it. Do it. Do it. One more word and she's out. I'm done with her. I'm so done with her. Like, I hope I'm never one of those annoying people. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. You're like a pest. You're a gnat. You have no life and you just proved it. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay, listen. And then stuffed with the glass beads, weighted a certain way so that it's down at the bottom. She'll be back because she has multiple, I'm sure. People like that have multiple usernames because this is what they do. This is what they do. This is what I like to say. They are as transparent as tracing paper or onion skin. Peggy Sue is an onion skin. I did. I blocked her when I wanted to block her. I hate being told what to do on my life and how to handle the haters that are in my life. Just know I'm the smartest person in the world. I have my reasons. I have my reasons.
You're the smartest person in the world? Really? I don't think so.
They come back. You cannot get rid of them. I take up way too much of their life. They will never go away. They just make new usernames. That's how important I am to them.
You're not important.
Yes, but it's better. Like Lucy's hair was not good hair. It wasn't good mohair. This is mohair. This is...
Lucy's hair wasn't good hair. This one's better. Way to say fuck you to the woman who gave you Lucy. Yeah, I took it off you. I didn't even help you with the postage. And you posted me a huge box with the doll, the weight of the doll and all the clothes and stuff that you sent me. And now I'm dissing it. Not only did I ruin it, but now I'm saying it's crap. And yet, these fuckwits down the side are giving her money and telling her how wonderful she is. Really? Really?
Is a really fine doll. And she has the doe body, you know, that has the little gathering here and gathering on the chest. So it's a little bit more lifelike. And I mean, that's just the foot. The foot. It's so real. It's like...
Oh, is that what you did to Burke's feet?
Her arms too. And I just love her. Oh my God.
Bent it right back.
One of them comes into bed with me. No.
Yeah, one of them. We all know it's not Lucy, don't we? Not the Dolly of the Damned. Not the one you killed and disfigured. No. She's been pushed to the side now, and you don't care about her because you didn't pay for her.
A baby naming? No. I mean, I don't pretend feed her either. Helen. Thank you. Helen, over on AZ Hag, they're wondering, I guess you called somebody a name that they had never heard of, so they're like, what's a, whatever the name was.
I thought she said it in the last bit. It's in this bit, yeah. So I showed you at the start AZ Hag's channel, which is now RIP Sweet Bella, and I will link it when I finish doing this.
Come on, baby, you want some?
Won't fucking surprise me.
So, I block everybody. I block everybody. I block people that I shouldn't even block. And then they ask me, did you block me? Did you block me from here? Did you block me from there? Like, who cares? Who cares if you're blocked? Like, you really, even if you didn't do anything.
Grub.
If you say something that's not normal, that I don't like, over and over, I'll block you. What do I care? You can still watch. You can still watch. You just can't talk. And I could turn off chat and none of you could talk. My channel, my rules, my house, my rules, my rules, my rules, my life, my rules. My rules. You come into my house, you take off your shoes. Don't you guys have rules in your house? You should. You should have enough respect and pride in your own self that you have rules. And you don't. Yeah, I could ignore. I don't ignore. A wingnut. So did you read there, Lindsay? And so they didn't know what that means. Like, a wingnut is like, you can extrapolate what that means.
A wingnut is, fuck, I don't know what she meant by wingnut. Oh, you can extrapolate what that means. That's the one big word that you learnt. You use it every God-given fucking opportunity. But you're not clever enough to tell us what a wingnut is, and you think we're stupid for asking what she meant by a wingnut. A wingnut in the UK is someone with sticky out ears. I'm sure she didn't mean that. So what did she mean?
Yes, she has a name. I don't feel like saying it. It's what Burke's name would have been if he was a girl. So if anyone remembers, it's not up to you to say it on here. That would piss me off. Isn't she cute? All right. Yes, Shirley.
Right. So why say it and then say they can't say it? If you'd never said it's what Burke's name was going to be if he was a girl, then those who knew it wouldn't say it because they wouldn't know what it was you'd called it. See how she sets everybody up to fail?
Patron. Oh my God, you get the best high from tequila. Alana, Devin is from Boston. But she doesn't live like near where you live. I think she lives out in like, yeah. Alana, are you still at TME? Okay, Devin, that's not her name, but Devin, where do you live again? I want to say South Shore, like Braintree.
Why are you outing other people? You've just said they're not allowed to say anything about information that they know about you, so why are you giving away information about them?
Tingsboro, Taunton, Burlington. Because she should go and meet you. Oh, Deirdre, you live in Taunton? I used to live in Hudson. Taunton. And I lived in Canton. I look like my father right now when I said that. Ugh. Taunton. Alana.
You do look like your father all the time.
Used to live in Meffa. I went out with a guy from Meffa. No, she didn't live in Medford. She lived in Arlington. Stoughton used to be nice because it was all Jews. And then, no, Stoughton still, wait, Stoughton went down, didn't it? Oy vey, Bill Ricca. You guys, you might as well not live in Boston. Like, I remember I went on a cruise and I said to one of the people, oh, are you from Boston? And he was like, no, Pembroke. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I meant Massachusetts. Hang on, I gotta breastfeed her. Oxford? We don't even know where that is. Okay, wait, I'm gonna breastfeed her. There are people that breastfeed the baby. Do whatever you want to do. I don't even bottle feed her. She doesn't poop. I'm not gonna get like tons of diapers. Hi, Patty. Right, Alana grew up with a silver spoon. Her parents are probably so proud.
And you're very jealous.
Like mine. Oh my God. Oh, they adopted this beautiful little baby girl and gave her the best life. I'm not gonna even go into half the things that I know and that you know about me. Oh my God. But at least they didn't fuck you over like my mother did. Like, what the fuck? How's your mother doing, by the way?
When did your mother fuck you over? When she made you stand on your own 2 feet at 50 fucking 6? Whatever.
Patty, I've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. I can't repeat for everybody that comes on. You'll just have to rewatch, okay? Alana, you know what? You gave them a lot of hell, as we all do, our parents. And you turned out amazing. You gave them a grandchild, which is their life. And you owned your own salon at 22. Sturbridge. I went there for Thanksgiving. I went to UMass, so I am kibitzer. Lori, I know you're Jewish. You don't need to use the Yiddish words. Alana's Jewish too. But we don't go out with Jewish guys, even though they do make the best husbands. But, you know.
Do they though? Funny, your Jewish husband only lasted 7 months. What the fuck went on there then?
It's true. Alana, you should be proud of everything that you've accomplished. And you gave them Julian, which gives them life. Alana's mother has been put back together. She has every replacement that you can possibly have in her body. Everything. Every bone. Ankle replacement. And she doesn't complain. I'm kind of mad that you never invited me to your summer home.
Most people don't complain. It's you that complains, Lardy, about fucking everything. 'Cause you're a wuss. You're pathetic. And why are you giving this woman's information all over the internet? And I'm really happy she didn't invite you to her summer home.
And I think your father's handsome, what I remember. And, you know, you got the ring. And now you're living the life. I know it's not perfect. I'm not flying there. I'm not flying anywhere. I can't fly anywhere. I can't leave everything. But come here. Come here in the winter. That's what you need to do. The mountains, hopefully after the election, everything will open up again. We'll go out. We'll have drinks. You'll stay here. If I am ever in Boston, I will. I didn't go to her wedding because I went to a Scentsy convention instead. Totally. My mother wears her big, huge diamond on her right hand. She has for years. It's her signature look. But can you believe what my mother did to me? Can you believe it?
What the fuck? What the actual fuck? What did she do to you? Nothing. She gave you everything your entire life. You big baby.
She's so sick. So sick. Okay. Glad we got rid of the haters. I know. I can't believe it either. Does my mother have any idea that when I was working at TME, I think you were working there at the time, and I had the foot surgery? See, this is another thing the haters, they don't know. So I had foot surgery. Like, I had a very bad injury, like a freak accident, but it just snapped. And I had to have emergency surgery. My tendon snapped. Where did you, I lived in Pierpont. Where did you live at UMass? I had to have emergency surgery. It wasn't a hole, it was a pipe. But no. That's when I broke my leg. 2 weeks after I had knee surgery. No, I literally, okay, what happened was I had gone on a cruise, I was dancing by myself, and my calf muscle popped and blew up. And I continued to walk on it, and all the blood drained down to the foot. And the left leg was this much bigger than the right, and I never complained once on the cruise. In fact, I'm gonna tell you what I did on that cruise. I liked this guy in the band, so I gave him a hand job out on the deck. And he had just had tooth surgery, and he gave me some Vicodin because I needed it for my foot. And he was black and gorgeous, and I'm still in touch with him.
You gave someone a hand job for drugs on a cruise. And you're telling the world? Really? Wow.
And sometimes we have phone sex. Okay. Totally. I've kissed many, many men.
Yeah.
I hook up on all my cruises. Then there was the drummer. And I kissed him. Then there was, before that, I slept with one of the waiters before Gungor. He's from Spain. His name was Jorge, George. And then, of course, I slept with Gungor. There was one cruise I slept with 3 different guys. I was such a slut. Oh, God, I was such a slut. It was so awesome. My 20s were awesome. I did drugs. I slept around. I didn't use condoms. I did use condoms. Like, who? 1 year, I slept with 12 men at UMass, actually. And then my first husband was my baker's dozen, 13. Oh, and like Brandywine or one of those places. But, yeah.
Does anybody else want to brag about how they got drugs by giving some stranger a hand job on a cruise? No. Who does that? Who does that and brags about it? And they're skmace. Awesome. Really. Oh, you're all fucking welcome to each other. You really are. Dregs. Dregs of society.
Yeah, I was quite a slut, and I actually am still. I have it in me. Like, I have a very, if a guy brings it out in me, I'm a freak. I like it all. it's sex. Like we're supposed to do that, right? Okay. Anyways, God, I haven't had sex since a year ago, March. And it was with, no, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to say it. Anyways, okay. Because I don't want to work. Okay. So my calf muscle burst. When I got home, I went to the doctor and he was like, oh, this is bad. You need to be on crutches. And of course I didn't listen. And the pain when it burst is excruciating. And luckily we had the drink package and I had my black musician with his drugs. So he gave me, thank God, like that was meant to be, so I could get through it. Because once it snaps, it hurts initially and then you don't feel it. You don't feel any pain, but then you cannot walk. You can't walk on your tiptoe or on the ball of your foot. It's like, it's so bad.
So once it snaps, it's really painful, then you don't feel it, but you still felt the need to give someone a hand job for Vicodin to keep taking them, even though you had no pain. What does that say about you?
Anyway, so I went to the doctor and he said, you need crutches. And of course I didn't use them every single second. And like 2 days later, I was lying in bed and I moved my foot. See, so I don't know if this had anything to do with the foot. Okay, so I was a ballerina for 18 years. So I have midfoot arthritis. There's a bone on the top.
You were a ballerina for 18 years, but you gave up at 18. Does everybody know that? Burst out of the womb in a tutu doing pirouettes. Fuck off.
And the tendon that runs over it, what was literally just scraping and scraping and scraping. And what happened was in the middle of the night, I turned my foot normally and I felt and heard snap. And the tendon all coiled up underneath, under my skin. It's this foot right here. And I had this lump right there. So I thought it was from, and they had given me pain medication for the calf. So I thought it was from that. I don't know why. Maybe because I was on pain medication, so I wasn't thinking clearly. And I walked around and dealt with it and worked every day and dealt with it for 2 weeks. And I called to get more pain medication because, I'm a druggie. And
yeah, we know.
They were like, well, what's going on? Like, why, so I said, well, I have this like swollen part on the top now. It's squishy. And so they made an appointment for me to come in and he's like, yeah, it's a very rare, I snapped my tibialis anterior, which is, people have Achilles tendon. This was the front. And so my toe instantly, big toe went up. And had I not had that emergency surgery, I waited too long. I suffered through the pain. I remember driving and saying, the pain was so bad. There's even a video where I say, you can see it in my face. Just sitting there. I even have it now in the right one. And there's a big chance that it will re-rupture. I remember driving. I was on Beacon Street where BC was on my left. I was coming home from Concord. And the pain was just so intense. It was my left foot. I wasn't even using it. I just started laughing. I was like, this is like beyond anything. I've never felt this kind of pain. I do have a high pain tolerance, Marsha, because I live with daily excruciating pain and I just warrior through it. And that's why the haters, like Jules, who is in her bedroom for 10 years.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. Me again. For fuck's sake. I was going to do a video every time she mentioned me and put it in a thing. And it's like, I've got a life. I can't be arsed doing that. But people say, why am I obsessed with her? When is there a fucking video where she's not fucking talking about me? Really?
Which is, people have Achilles tendon. This was the front. And so my toe instantly, big toe went up. And had I not had that emergency surgery, I waited too long. I suffered through the pain. I remember driving and saying, the pain was so bad. There's even a video where I say, you can see it in my face. Just sitting there. I even have it now in the right one. And there's a big chance that it will re-rupture. I remember driving. I was on Beacon Street where BC was on my left. I was coming home from Concord. And the pain was just so intense. It was my left foot. I wasn't even using it. I just started laughing. I was like, this is like beyond anything. I've never felt this kind of pain. I do have a high pain tolerance, Marsha, because I live with daily excruciating pain and I just warrior through it. And that's why the haters, like Jules, who is in her bedroom for 10 years, can't understand, doesn't believe that I am disabled because I don't act it. But I am.
Whatever.
And so when I went to the doctor, he came in, he's like, how the hell did this happen? Yeah, it was. Dancing really took a toll on my body. I mean, I had a fuck up neck to begin with because my mother didn't hold my head as a baby. It bounced around all over the place. So my neck, I've told this story a million times, my neck does not curve like this. This is how your neck is supposed to be. It goes like that. Mine is like this. So you can't feel any bones back here. It's disgusting. Yes, I pushed through the pain because I've
Stop talking bollocks about your head bouncing around and nothing's the right way around at the back of your neck. What a load of fucking shit. If that was the case, you wouldn't be able to hold your fucking head up. Shut up.
never had someone to take care of me. I've never had someone. I don't have anybody, including my own mother. So let me get to the end of the story. So I went to a different doctor and he said, in my 40, he was the head of the orthopedic department at Harvard Vanguard. And he said, in all my 40 years, I've seen this injury twice. I don't know. He said, we're going to have to get an MRI, stat, and schedule surgery for Friday. And get a load of this, Alana, if you're still on. I was supposed to work for, I forget her name now, the one at the front desk. I was supposed to work for her on Tuesday. And when I found out I needed emergency surgery, she was so pissed. I was like, Melissa, what the hell do you want me to do? I have to have surgery. My mother went with me to the doctor, and that's when my mother decided to get her hammer toe fixed too. So she was going to have surgery at the same time. I know, because she was probably drinking. So my mother the fact that I was there and he's like, this is a very serious injury. We need to get MRI. I'm scheduling surgery first thing Friday morning. He's like, you will be in a cast for 4 months at a 90-degree angle and you cannot put any weight on it. So it wasn't a walking cast. And then she was like, can you take a look at my toe? And I said to her, really? Are you going to really do this now? And she's like, be quiet. Everybody is listening to you. And she scheduled her surgery so that I didn't even have her to take care of me. And every day I went to.
Are you? No. I was going to say, are you totally incapable of looking after yourself? And I just answered the question, my own question in my head. You're not, are you? What do you think people without parents do? Single mothers with no parents, no family help. They just warrior through. Couldn't you just warrior through that?
To work that I only work part-time. I went to work. So Marjorie, every 2 weeks I had to get a new cast. So they would take off the old cast. They took out the stitches. I had 12 stitches. You mean, how can my mom not help me? I don't know. The first time I went to the doctor, she gave me such a hard time that I said, forget it, don't take me. And Marjorie took me and I fell down the stairs because I couldn't. They taught me how to use the crutches before the surgery to go up and down stairs. But it was really hard. And so I fell. I didn't hurt myself.
You couldn't even figure out how to use crutches. Really? God, I want to punch you.
And I went to work. And I had to sit there with my leg up as a receptionist. And I never complained. I didn't even complain on the cruise. I just didn't complain. I just drank and gave some guy a hand job. And I had the surgery. She drove me home. I had crutches. I ended up having to rent that knee scooter, which screwed up my whole other side. I could not use the knee scooter now because I can't bend my knees like that. So there's video of me scooting around the house. I made most of it. I scooted around. You see me come wheeling around. And I fell off that thing a million times as well. But the first day when I came home from the hospital, they had given me a local block and also painkillers. So I was feeling no pain. Saturday, my mother came over to take care of me. Yeah, because it throws off.
Oh, your mother came over to take care of you, but she didn't take care of you. Which is it?
Your gait, and I got terrible sciatica from it. And I'm sure your mother with fake knees, I can't be on my knees anymore, that's a whole other story. It was like my favorite position. I manage. I just adapt, but I can't like straddle a guy and be on my knees anymore, which is why I don't have sex. Okay, anyways, I think it's time to open the Kit Kat as I talk. So the next day she came over and she helped me with some stuff, and then she's like, do you mind if I go out with my friend? And my mother didn't have any friends, but this was the one day that she decided to go out with her friend. So I was like, no, I'm gonna sleep all day, it's fine. She called me before she came home. She was gone all day. Marjorie was on a date. Gungor was, I don't know if I was talking to Gungor then. Burke was at a friend's house.
When ever was Burke not at a friend's house? When?
Alana did come and visit me. Just not this particular night, but she did come and you brought me food, didn't you? I forget what you brought me. But you brought me food. And I think my mother was there when you came over, and I bet it killed. I was hoping you were on, Leon. And did you meet my mother? And my mother was not happy that I had a friend that came. This is Gungor's favorite candy bar. Cheers to Goonie. I don't even know what Boloco is anymore. What? Italian? Roberta brought Thai. So Saturday was an excruciating thing. She left the whole day. She came back. She called, what do you want? I said, just tomato soup. From this soup place. Soup Plantation? No, soup something in near Washington. No, near on Route 9 and I don't know what the name of the station is anymore. Anyways. Okay. She came in the door and I was like, can I have the soup? And she's like, just a minute. You're going to have to wait. I have other things to do. I have to go park the car. Park the car. I have to park the car. Because there's no overnight parking in Brookline. And I was like, no, I just really want the soup. Can you please just... She got so angry with me. And she's like, first of all, I was heavily medicated and in the worst pain because the local block had turned off. And the reason that I can keep telling my story straight is because it's all real. See, my stories never get mixed up because they are real. You can't keep straight stories that aren't real. And she said, I'm leaving, and she left for a whole day. Now, on crutches, you can't carry. How do you carry water? How do you carry coffee? And then she blamed me. And she's like, well, maybe if you were nice. And she did come back. And then she also demanded that I pick her up and drive her to because I could drive, because my right leg, to her surgery. And I said, I can't. I stayed in the house for 2 weeks. And then I went to the doctor, got the first cast, which was the white cast that they had cut so that it would allow for swelling. And then I got stitches taken out. Marjorie was with me. And I got my first pink cast and a boot, a cover, not a boot, a cover. And every day that I would go to work, I would go down the stairs on my rear end. And every day I'd come home from work and I would crawl up the stairs. Nobody knew it. Nobody saw it. Nobody ever saw it. I just did it. And I didn't complain about it either. That's it. Nobody gave a shit. I mean, Alana did. Marge did. Roberta did. So when people say, I beg for money, I'm lazy, I'm this and that, you guys, you're so wrong. You are so wrong about me. But I don't care. I can't change your mind. Maybe that makes you hate me even more. Because it's almost unbelievable. I am. Because I've had to. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. It's made me strong. Everything has made me strong. My divorce at 22 made me strong. I went on a cruise by myself at 24. So that I could, at that age, I remember saying, I want to know that I can do anything by myself.
She's told this story so many times. I went on a cruise, paid for by my grandparents in an 18 to 30s group, and that proved I could do anything by myself. Really? You think going on a paid-for cruise proves you're strong? How about being a single mother at 15? Huh? Living on your own with a new baby, with no help. I went on a cruise and that proved how strong I was. Whatever.
And you know what I can do, and I've said it before? That's why I like you, Megan. I opened the vents to the air conditioning. I don't mean just like flipping a switch. The other night I got up on a table. Looks like that. In my bedroom. I was terrified. I can't bend my legs. And I adjusted the vents. I also have installed...
What the fuck? You stood on a table and adjusted a vent? Do you realise how pathetic this makes you sound? You're trying to tell a story to make us be in awe of how strong you are and how capable you are. You fucking moved a vent. What the actual fuck? My mum woke me up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning when she got home from working at the club when I was 14 because the electric had gone and she didn't know what to do. I was up a ladder fucking fixing fuse wire at 14 so that she could have a cup of tea before she went to sleep. I was living on my own at 16. I got up on a table and I moved a vent. Oh, I can't believe it. Can you? Can anyone else believe? Wow. We're nothing, are we, compared to her? Fuck.
The guts of a toilet bowl. I've laid tile in the bathroom, put in a dimmer switch in the dining room. The return vent here was rattling and I fixed it. I put in car speakers, run the wires through the bottom of the floorboards for both my car, which was a 1977 Ford.
It means nothing. What makes you think you're fucking special? You put down tile. Woo! Really? What does she think other people do in their life? What?
Maverick in shit brown with a mono speaker. And Roberta's car, which was her parents' like station wagon. I did it for her too. Hang on, I gotta plug in my laptop.
Why don't you have it plugged in when you start? You haven't even got the wire with you. You have to go look for the wire. Wow. I love the way the camera shakes.
Megan, am I saying it right? Do you like me saying it that way? I mean, I know that's how it's supposed to be, but should I say it with an Irish accent though? Megan.
That's not an
Megan,
Irish
my lass.
accent.
Oh, I forgot that part. And you never had kids.
You think that's an Irish accent?
But you found love. Megan. But you have to say with Irish accent. Megan, lass. She's a true Irish lass. Don't you call her Megan. It's Megan.
Stop. Please. Just stop.
Megan, the Irish lass.
Shut
but she's
up!
really a Jew. She's the best. Your story is incredible. I have to text you. I will text you. And then get a load of this. So my very first boyfriend, love of my life, cheated on me with a Lauren, and a Laura. Then he eventually ended up saying he wanted to see other people. Broke my heart. And he married the girl. Alana. Okay, and say hi to Lisa. He married the girl that he started seeing right after when we were seeing other people, and they're still married, and he makes $5 million a year.
And you're fucking gutted. Absolutely seething.
All my Boston girls. He was brilliant. I was his first. So he remembers me.
Didn't want you though, did he?
Can you imagine what my life would have been like had I married someone that had the potential to make $5 million a year? He was very humble. So while they do live in a beautiful house because I've stalked him, obviously.
And that's not a joke, folks. She has. He lives in California. That's why, another reason she moved out there. Oh, once he sees me, he'll realise how much he loves me and he'll dump his wife and he'll, yeah, whatever.
He's not ostentatious at all. He's just a nice Irish guy whose parents were from Ireland. They were from Cork and Kerry.
Yeah, and I bet they said to him, for fuck's sake, kick this one to the curb. Get rid of her, or we're disowning you.
Neem, actually. Mother, Neem. So, all I say is, Burke needed to come into this world. Had I married this guy, even if we got divorced, I wouldn't have met Gungor, and I wouldn't have Burke. So, no, because you know what? I'm not meant to be rich. I'm meant to beg. That is what I meant. Chocolate and beer.
Extraordinaire.
I don't have any regrets. What do you mean you are?
How much fucking chocolate? She's already eaten one whole Kit Kat.
I was too prideful. That is my biggest regret. Prideful how? Like, can't ask for money. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't. It's not like I don't try to find a job. It's not like I don't make jewelry and stuff like that, but I'm no different than any other YouTuber. The only difference is I'm transparent about it. All those links, all the reviews that people do, that they got paid to do. Is it authentic? I don't know. I mean, I've done sponsorships.
No, you haven't.
I get sent stuff for free.
No, you don't.
Which is actually going to be my first Patreon video about 3 special perfumes. One I bought, the other 2 were sent to me. And
oh, you're going to do a Patreon video about them special perfumes that you said was shite?
Gotten things sent to me, and then I haven't done the review because I didn't like it. Another time, a perfume company that I had done a review. Oh, I fight for everything. I mean, not as much as Burke. Burke fights. Burke's whole world is a struggle. No, I was deeply in love with him, so it was either lose him or let us date other people and pray that he didn't meet someone, and he did. And he was young, like, you know what, 18, 19, 20, 21, you should not be, I personally don't think you should be exclusive. I think you're too young, I think you're not developed. Like, poor guy, he had this girlfriend that he loved me, but, oh my god, like, my nightmare, you know what, I agree with one of the Real Housewives, that new one, I don't even know her name, one from New York. I don't believe people are meant to be together forever. I don't believe in it at all. I think.
You're always saying that. You're only saying that because you couldn't keep a fucking man.
Okay, this is going to cause... Leah, yeah. I don't care if you've been married for 50 years, 30 years, whatever, and have a good marriage. To me, I envy nothing about that. There's nothing remotely attractive to me, or desirable, I should say, about having the same person for an extreme number of years. You just said that, Carol. I was always too proud. Prideful. Got it. But you know what? Okay, wait, I just have to say, I think what you did was the right thing. You don't fight for something that you never had. So if all it took was for you, let's say you're with a guy, and, okay, I just reread that. No, I envy you. Because it's not pride, it's having faith in the process. And you didn't even know that's what it was at the time. But you didn't fight for it because you shouldn't have to fight for anything. You shouldn't have to fight for a relationship or for a man. So if all it took was you to say, okay, you have doubts, do what you need to do, and they never came back to you, they were never yours to begin with. So that's not, your pride didn't get in your way.
So is that what you're saying, that your boyfriend that you let go and shag other women was never yours then?
That is strength. That is total acceptance. Change your view on that. Because acceptance, hey, get out of the kitchen. Don't, see? This is how I get in trouble. Don't you make it, and then you go on the wee-wee pad. Carolyn, sorry. Total acceptance is how you need to live in general. Because nothing is within our control. And when you give up that feeling that something is in your control, you're free. Relationships are work. Relationships with anyone are work. This relationship is work. A relationship with a friend is work. If you don't reciprocate, if a friend gives and gives and gives and gives and never gives, and you never give back, or vice versa. So everything, you do have to work at a relationship. You do have to work at a marriage to keep the spark, because the spark goes away. If you never had the spark, you don't get it. You never can get that spark. If you had the spark, it goes away. That's why, I could never marry for money. I need the spark because for me, I'm too precious. I'd rather be alone than have somebody and be lonely. So.
You're too precious. It's not the spark that goes away. But what would you know? You've only been married 5 minutes. First marriage was 7 months. And the second one was until Burke arrived. What does that tell you?
But I get what you're saying. You kind of do have to work to have a good marriage, only because I don't think that marriage it's antiquated. People got married because if you had a child out of wedlock, they were a bastard child. That doesn't exist anymore. Like Megan, I would just take the ring and say I'm married. That's what I would do. I wouldn't do anything legal. I wouldn't. Maybe you really want a wedding? Have a party. Have a wedding. Yeah, Carolyn, totally. You didn't fight for it because it wasn't worth fighting for. You don't have to fight. You should never fight if you're the only one fighting. It's a losing battle, right? So I don't look at it like you were prideful at all. Your pride didn't stand in your way. You just knew. Like if I met a guy right now, I don't know. I don't think I'd get married. But then again, you've never been married, and maybe you want to be married and say you're married. But you know what? You can say it anyways. You have the ring. You have the guy. Now is your time. So but I don't believe in marriage. Like if I was starting off all over again, I wouldn't get married. I'd have a baby first, like everybody else. Like I can't believe that when I were married for 5 years before I had Burke. But I'm glad that I was 36 when I had him because I lived my 20s, So I don't know. I think you have relationships, and I think that's why when people all say you have no friends, whatever, I have the friends that I want to have. I'm picky about what friends I keep in my life. I let people.
You're picky about friends you keep in your life. You can't keep a friend, so that's the excuse you use. I'm picky. No, they're picky. That's why they're not in your life.
I give them a pass. I forgive easily, and then at some point, I say it's the end. It's the end of the relationship for whatever reason. They've always said that, Michelle. I don't want someone controlling who I marry. I think it should be easy. I think marriage should be easy, and I think divorce should be hard because it's a breakup, and breakups are hard. Like, so it should be really hard to get married. Why? So we have to leave it up to someone else to determine that we've stayed together long enough and we've done. I mean, that's like, isn't that thing that Christians do? Forgive me for my ignorance. I don't know what it's called. Marriage counseling before they get married. Isn't there like something where a priest who has never been married or had sex is the one that like teaches you how to stay together before you get married? So who are we leaving that in the hands to? So really hard to get married, meaning what? You have to like have been with the person for a year, or is it? I mean, there are marriages that have lasted when someone has. Gomer and I married after a month. We were married for 60. Well, technically we were married from 1994 to 2003 is when our divorce was final. But I'm gonna sneeze.
You're going to brag that that's some sort of an achievement. I met my husband while working at a holiday camp. We went on a first date, and 17 days later he asked me to marry him. We got married 9 weeks to the date of our first date. And on the 6th of June we celebrate 27 years happily married. So, fuck you, laddie.
My father would say, Gesundheit. Yeah, like pre-Canada. We don't have that in the Jewish religion. Look at Betty Broderick. Very religious woman ended up killing her ex-husband and his wife and tried everything to save her marriage. I'm so glad she killed him. He deserved to die for what he did to her. He tortured her. He was killing her. He killed her. He killed her. But she was alive. Her body was alive, and he killed her. Slowly. From the very beginning.
Oops, sorry,
turned her kids against her.
Huh.
Anybody that would be put under that kind of gaslighting, it's like a pressure cooker, they said on the show, and eventually it blows. And then, but the gaslighting was just made her think she was crazy, made her have all those babies. She lost babies. It started in the very beginning when he showed up late to the movies. He set the control. He set the relationship. And she was, and back in that day, she was old fashioned and she grew up with parents that were not, it's so typical. Like all they cared about was that she didn't have sex and she wasn't a slut. I'm so glad he's dead.
I have no idea what she's talking about, who these people are, So I will be keeping my opinion to myself.
Don't think that the wife, I think she taunted Betty because she only saw, see, Beth? Yeah, so like, how do you decide, back to Michelle saying, how do you decide, why should getting married to somebody be hard? But 22 years is too long. I wouldn't want to sleep with the same person for 22 years. I want different. And I've never cheated on anybody, so I don't know. It's just, I never want to have, I really don't want, unless I guess, you know what, guys, I've never had true love. I loved the first guy. I truly loved him, and I have not loved anyone since. It took me years to get over him. So I don't even know if I've ever, since him, and I was young, experienced true love. So from somebody from that point of view, I say, I don't want a long-term relationship. I like my life, sort of. I like my freedom. I like doing what I want to do. I sleep in the bed by myself. Even when I was dating somebody, it was like, get out, bye, see you tomorrow. Gumbar was a cuddler. I want people to leave me alone when I sleep. I don't want to have to watch their TV. Like, I've now been single too long. Like, it's my way. It has to be my way. I wouldn't mind somebody to date, but honestly, I just feel physically like I don't feel sexy. I don't feel attractive. I don't feel like I have anything to offer. I have nothing to offer anybody. Oh.
First time she said anything truthful in her life.
Maybe that should be my shirt. If I can ever get to fucking 10,000 subscribers, I can make merch. It was going to be, it's a top down day. I haven't said that in a while. Now it's stop licking or stop pumping. And now, Carolyn, it's I like my life. And on the back, sort of. Wait, I'm getting my husband and I knew each other. Sorry that he passed away. My goodness, I would wear it on a t-shirt. Okay, well, do something. I can't just do this all by myself. It keeps fluctuating. 9,902, 9,901. Like, just, it's gone all the way down. It goes down when I tell it to go down. That's when I make the most money. You get the doggy. The doggies with the babies. I love you best. You just have to know that. I know you haven't been able to sleep in mommy's bed because it's been for Gucci and the baby doll.
See? Pom Pom used to sleep in the bed, and then she got pushed out for a baby doll. And then Pom Pom was back in the bed, and then she got pushed out for Doofus. She can only give love to one thing at a time.
Me too, Carolyn. I could literally start crying right now if I think about something sad. Since I've gone.
Yeah, we know you can put on the tears. That's why we know all the crying for Bella was a pile of shite. None of it was true.
About these dolls, I've only cried like hysterical once, and it was about my mother. That's another thing, taking on someone else's, all of their baggage, all their shit. Okay, wait, I have to address, okay? I'm so very sorry, Beth, that your husband. Hi, baby goosey, you want to kiss the baby? This is the baby girl. Your mommy's baby doggy girl, and this is a baby girl doll. You want to kiss it? Kiss it, yeah. You see the foot? Yeah. You like the foot? She knows it's not real. Look, Pom Pom, look at the foot. Lick it. Oh, I squished her head. No, she's not. She curls up with them. If I wrap one in a blanket and then leave it on the sofa, I come in and she's curled up next to it. I just have to do this. Stop it. Bad baby. Oh my God. No, I love you. I would never hit a baby.
Yeah, someone who would never hit a baby wouldn't have hit a doll, and then wouldn't have to say, I would never hit a baby, just to prove.
I never hit a dog either. Okay, I'm very sorry. I don't want to get into this, but very sorry, Beth, that your husband died 56. Way too young. And then Deirdre, did your husband pass away? I loved my husband. We were together 36 years and never wanted anyone else. Sometimes, oh, that's sad. You're a rarity. It's not normal. Like, it's not the norm.
Yes, it is. You're the fucking rarity.
Pom is so human. Oh my God, she is. She understands everything I say. See, that's another reason. Like, you get married at 22 and you just stay together, and then your husband passes away at 50 something, like what happened to my grandmother on my, hey, where you going? Grandmother on my father's side. I mean, she eventually learned how to do things, but you get, exactly, Karen.
She eventually learned how to do things. Is that what you think? Women get married so they've got someone that does stuff around the house? Wow. Yeah, I think you're comparing it to Lisa. Lisa has John to open the boxes and do all the stuff and cook for her and clean for her and do the grocery shopping and all the rest of it. That's what you want, isn't it? That's not real life, laddie.
Which is why, like on the Real Housewives of Orange County, when David and Shannon got back together, I knew it was over. It never, when people get back together, it doesn't work. Don Johnson, Melanie Griffith twice. It just doesn't work because, you know, so my grandparents were married a very long time. I just wouldn't want to, I don't know, I wouldn't want to sleep with the same guy the rest of my life. I like that I have slept with many, many, many people. I didn't think you were perfect. Nobody's perfect. I think that there's, you know, a lot of things that you missed out on by being married that long to the same person. And now you have to kind of navigate. You know, I can't imagine having to start over, not with a guy, but like just being independent, not having that at this age in life. That to me is worse than, I don't know, maybe worse than never having it, but then I don't know. Like if
I beg your pardon. You were never independent until this age. The fuck are you talking about? You had your mum mollycoddling you your entire life. You wouldn't.
if you had true love for him and he was your soulmate, then you had a wonderful time, a wonderful amount of years with him. Like, how lucky are you? You know what? Here's the thing. Here is the thing. I go back to Carolyn von Zimmerman. Acceptance. It's just acceptance of what your life is. Your life was to meet and marry this guy, stay married for 22 years to the same person, never want anything else, be totally satisfied, and unfortunately he passed away. And that's what happened. My life was not to marry the potential millionaire. He wasn't, I didn't know, you know, but now he is. Was not to marry him. Mine was to marry a Turkish waiter 7 years younger than me on a cruise ship that didn't have his citizenship. And then be my second marriage. And then maybe my, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor, you know, that's just crazy. Married 7 times, married 5 times. Like, why? And all these housewives, they keep getting married. I don't understand why. Oh yeah, it's exhausting on a live when someone comes on after 2 hours and is like, who's the doll in the background? I'm like, oh, like if that's exhausting, I don't have the mentality or desire for a relationship, but it's because I'm picturing a nameless, faceless person. But I have an open heart and an open mind, and I'm open to all possibilities. And I don't have a type, you know, like on paper, yes, I have a type, but when I meet somebody, it's all a chemistry thing. So maybe if I met someone.
Anyone remember when she went on all those dates and she'd meet somebody once and she'd be like, yeah, there was chemistry there. And then she never saw him again. Mm-hmm.
And I had that chemistry. I would be open to it, and maybe I'd be having a different conversation. Deirdre, I think that's awesome. I don't want you to think I'm saying anything bad about your life. I'm not one to judge somebody else's life at all. Like if you were happy, that's all that counts. If you were fulfilled, that's all that counts. I don't know from that. So I can't even speak to it. It's like I can't imagine having a brother or sister because I never did. So that's my perspective, you know? And all I care about for you is that now that he passed, you have those memories, you have children, you have a granddaughter or grandchild, and you can find happiness and peace. You know? Elizabeth Taylor said she only had sex with her husband. So I don't believe what somebody says, you know, like, who cares? She probably did. Which is like, everyone knows the way to stop having sex is to get married. Married people typically do not have sex as much as single people. I'm glad, Deirdre, that you took it in the spirit. Well, that would be like they're dead, tank top. If you never had brothers and sisters, then you don't miss anything. Exactly, Karen. And Deirdre, I'm glad you took it in the spirit it was meant. And I think it's amazing and wonderful that you have chosen to view it as your next chapter, because that's the only choice. Because it's not up to you. Like, you have to move on, you know? No, I'm not telling the story again. And I'm going to just remove this comment because I don't want you putting the name. That was so unnecessary to put the name. Go watch the video from yesterday if you want to see the story again. I'm not going to say the same old stories. What am I, a storyteller? It's okay. I don't take requests. Jeez, you want me to I told the story about the baby again. You want me to tell the same story? It won't be as funny. It was off the cuff. It was real. I bought this with some of the money that I got from my super chat. Who paid for this? Who wants to say that they actually paid for this? From, oh my God, it was such a great ASMR. Huh? You like it, baby? That's because Pom Pom got up there. No. I didn't steal this one. You guys.
That's a first. You didn't steal it. What, was it too big for your bag? Oh, that's a shame.
You do know I'm kidding, right?
No.
People don't understand. I bought this at Target. Okay? I have the receipt somewhere in my bag over there with my phone, and my son is probably calling me off the hook. And I got a lot of super chats. No, I'm talking. Somebody, so in essence, if this was $4.99, $10.99, one of the people that gave me a super chat, in essence, paid for this. Thank you. That's all I was saying. Look at babies. Okay, so has anyone heard of this? Tanologist Express Tan, self-tan water in dark. Let's do a little ASMR because this, my nails, you guys missed the beginning. Okay, listen. Shh.
Really? Is that what you call ASMR? Wow, all them people that have them special mics and heads with ears and buy food of the same colour and really put some effort in must be absolutely shiting themselves. Quick guys, there's a fat woman on another channel tip-tapping the lid of her fake tan. We better just give in now.
I'm lost, Carolyn. I don't know what you're apologizing for. We're doing ASMR now. I switched the subject. ASMR notification. We are doing ASMR. Plus 122 of you on, only 74 likes. I'm gonna have to stop this because I'm not receiving. And the haters take that so seriously. Like she's not receiving. Oh my god. Who was it? Kathleen Bennett. Who likes? I'm changing. You are changing my life. Well, I'd like to say that's the first time I've heard that, but it's not. So many people tell me that. Yes, I can hear my phone going off. My son is probably so pissed. I don't know. I just bought it. Or really, one of you just bought it. Hang on. So I don't know. Let's see what it says.
Does anyone else think it's really fucking horrible how she never lets anybody ask a question or suggest something that she does or anything? It always has to be all about her. You told the Baby Girl Reborn stories, so that was what you intended to do with this live. Surely then the second half should be about what the people are chatting about, but God no. Can't have people asking things.
Tanologist, intelligent tanning, transparent self-tanner water with advanced tanning technology for a hyper-real, super hydrated glow. Personalized results in 1 to 4 hours for a spectrum of shades. Increased
God,
time,
she's
increased
fucking
tan.
annoying. You're annoying. Annoy fucking ing.
Odorless technology, transparent tanning system for 0 streaks and 0 transfer. Clean, vegan, organic. Apply, spray onto dry skin and blend with a tanning mitt. Oh, I don't have a tanning mitt. Karen, tell me what the strings are attached to the $5. Spray onto dry skin and blend with a tanning mitt using large circular motions. Shower 1 to 4 hours after application. Oh, well, that's it for me because I don't shower, according to the haters. You need to get the Josie Marin tanning oil. It's amazing. You won't look dirty. But it lost me at shower 1 to 4 hours after application, so I can't put it on now because then I have to wait and shower. Wash hands thoroughly after application. Are you guys liking the ASMR? No one's saying anything.
Because they're sticking needles in their eyes and drumsticks in their ears so they don't have to put up with your shite ASMR.
No, a microfiber cloth would not work because it would soak up all of the product. It has to be a tanning mitt, which is made out of different material. Okay, why didn't you leave it up? You don't need to retract it. Just put like a funny face or something.
What's up with that now? Gormless. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. So here. Can you see me still? I put these freaking nails. But I need a new computer soon. Just letting you know the keyboard is going. I'm setting the stage. I'm prepping.
What, for somebody to buy you a new MacBook? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody fucking did. Teflon Tessie gets anything she likes and always lands on her feet.
Okay, Kathleen, I'm going to do it for you again. Right? I made it look that way. Carolyn, are you Jewish? The Vaughn throws me off. It's
Does it
German.
matter?
In the Bible, there is no such thing as a binding legal contract. Marriage, you just were together old. Okay, but that's the Bible. I don't live by the Bible at all. Okay. I'm on to ASMR. I'm going to do a little ASMR for Kathleen.
Oh, please don't.
So you don't want me to read the instructions on this?
No. It's giving me chills. Laurie, you need help.
This is a car charm that I need for someone. Carolyn, I have no idea what you're talking about. Have you been drinking? Sitting for 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Is that where we are? Right, good night. I'm not listening to all this tapping and fucking tip-tapping bollocks that she does. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, if you did. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.